obviously we can measure it, because it says it's a coefficient of something. But what is your take on it? Can those types of intelligence really be measured, and how accurate do you think one can measure each one of them? Just briefly.
Okay, I'll try and be brief. Okay, so IQ, there's a two parts to the IQ. Your fluid intelligence, which is kind of the genetics, it's what you've got, and then your crystallized IQ, which is kind of your experiences that you build on and learning stuff that changes it. One thing about IQ, you need to remember that IQ is measured within an age group. So your IQ can be high within a certain age group. It doesn't, it kind of stays constant over time within your age group, but it's such a controversial thing to base a lot of stuff just only on IQ, because there's lots of things that come into play. And there are factors that can change your IQ, especially your crystallized IQ, like age. And if you have a degenerative disease, and so there are things that can diminish your capacity as you go along. So you can improve your ability for your IQ, but it's so controversial, and it's very kind of based within the community that you grew up, or within a system that you grew up. So you cannot give the same IQ test to someone that grows up in a civilized society and another person that grows up in the Kalahari, for instance, because they don't have the same framework, but it doesn't mean that person is less intelligent. So, and the tests do not get developed often. So, in my opinion, there's a generational thing happening, because the test that was used to measure, say for instance my IQ when I was 8 or 9 years old, if they have to apply that same test to a child of 9 years old now, it's a child that maybe within their age group seem less intelligent, but on that specific IQ test he's going to come out like superior, because things have just changed over generations, and I don't think the IQ tests have kept up with that. So it's content based. There's contents in the IQ tests which measured the IQ at that specific time in a person's life. So
it's probably safe to say that don't go on IQ,
no.
because that's the thing that we do at school. It's just a peer thing. Is that, guys with the higher IQs are sort of getting into leadership positions. Getting prefects in school.
And things
but it's not necessarily a clear indication of success for it. Or
absolutely
success
not.
in a team, for example.
Absolutely not. There are lots of really intelligent people that never got to know that they're intelligent, because they got told often that they're not that clever. I gave you an example previously of a lady who kind of by accident found out her IQ was 95, and she thought it was like a score out of 100, and she thought she was so clever. And throughout her high school years, she excelled, and she went on to be a varsity professor, thinking that she is superiorly intelligent with a basic normal IQ or a lower IQ score,
So and something like belief changes that.
Yes,
impacts that and
the belief system that gets imposed on you. If someone doesn't make you believe that you can do it, then no. Now when I had an IQ test done around about my grade 11 or standard 9 matric year, around about there, when the IQ score came out and the lady put me in a category of highly intelligent, I didn't believe her, because my matric results didn't reflect that. So I was quite surprised and actually rejected it.
I won't mention anything about my high school history. I was smart enough to come through. That was the smart part.